Hello, YouTube fans. This is TheSkullKlown. I'm here to talk about Train to Busan. I hope I'm saying that right. This is a Korean movie, and I watched it like literally yesterday. I even watched Terrifier yesterday. Reason why I made a review about it and stuff like that. And I was very harsh on the first one, mainly because coming out of that movie, then watching Terrifier, yeah, night and day. But Terrifier 2 is really good though, compared to number one. But I already discussed that, and you guys already know that. I don't have to say it here. This is about Train to Busan. I hope I'm saying that right again. But this movie, good God, this movie, it had the feels, it had the emotion, it had the drive. This is what I'm talking about, man. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to horror movies. And this is a zombie movie. I've seen zombie movies up their fucking ass. And there's not even one zombie movie that I can think of that's literally near like this shit, in my opinion. And I've watched, again, going back, I've watched tons of zombie movies. And you're talking to a person that was a huge fan of zombie movies when they were younger. Now, not anymore. I've just been desensitized with it so much. Um, but I used to watch like a whole bunch of zombie movies when I was younger. So, this one is great. You have you have the father that really doesn't take care of his daughter and all that. Doesn't really pay attention to his daughter basically, and his mother is always taking care of her and stuff like that. His mom and stuff like that, and she's always asking for her, to see her mom and stuff like that. He even gets a Wii U, a system that failed. Damn, what a terrible father figure. But hey, maybe her grandmother and mom gave her that too for Christmas because she has one anyways. Then eventually the father just gives her a 3DS, which is the better system. But moving on. They go on a train, all right? And then all of a sudden, you see people being scared and being affected. But before that, you see a deer that's kind of zombie-ish and stuff like that. And this movie is telling you a lot in a spiritual enlightenment way. For crying out loud, there's a reason why you're seeing zombie animals right now. Look that shit up right now. I'm not fucking kidding with you. Zombie animals, and then you see the symptoms of it and everything like that. I'm dead serious. All right. These even zombie freaking insects, for crying out loud, man. Seriously. So there's some shit with that, and people want to be like, "Oh, nature's doing that." No, nature's actually not doing that. That's why I'm not talking about it in a spiritual enlightenment way, because there's some people that really don't pay attention to the spiritual realm at all, because they're in the spiritual realm. There's literally wicked forces that are trying to come into this world, and how they come into this world is shit like that. I'm dead serious. That's why they make movies like this. All right. So just for you guys want to know in a spiritual enlightenment way, if you want to know the grasp of what I know, basically what I'm talking about, or what I can see from these movies. But moving on from that, let's go to the movie factor here. The acting is fucking good. The acting's good in this movie. The soundtrack is pretty good, in my opinion. Um, so it's literally they're on a train, and a whole bunch of zombies and a whole bunch of like an infected person comes in and then starts biting other people. And then eventually everyone turns into zombies and stuff like that. And then the train is um going forward basically, because they're not going to stop the train for anybody and everything like that. You even have two characters that are completely motherfuckers. I'm not even going to spoil how they are, because you need to watch the movie alone just because of that, just because of the fucking villains. You think the zombie are the villains? No, there's two fucking people in this movie that are fucking goddamn villains, and you're just like, fuck these motherfucker. This movie came out in 2016, so I am going to mention some spoilers in it. And there is a sequel to this movie. There is a sequel to this movie. I forgot what's it called, but there is a sequel to this movie. I will probably watch it, but knowing that there's a sequel to this movie, I'm just like, holy shit. I mean, mainly because from that ending from this movie, oh god. But I'll talk about that ending soon. So you have a whole bunch of people that are trying to survive, obviously, the zombie pandemic, and trying to get into the train. Some get into the train, and then there's still zombies. They're trying to go to the front where everybody's at. And some people are like, no, what if one of them is infected? They're not going to come fucking over here. We're going to lock this shit down so they can't come over here. and they locked it down, and a few people could have survived. Like one of the guys that was from Eternals, that was it that husky Asian dude, um North Korean dude, basically. He's in this movie, and he does a fine fucking job. I thought he did a good job in Eternals too. I'm one of the few people that actually liked Eternals. To be quite honest with you, I don't get the fucking hate for Eternals. To be quite honest with you, seriously, I don't get the fucking hate for that shit. If you don't, if you hate Eternals, then apparently you never did your information with the Sumerian gods or the Egyptian gods. You fucking prick. Seriously. Seriously, man. Seriously. It's the same thing with the fucking Transformers movies. Oh, you hate the Transformers movies? Guess what? They're depicting what happened in Samaria and in Egypt. That's what the story is about. What do you think they had a pyramid in the second movie? Come on, guys. Don't be stupid. God. I'm dead fucking serious, man. If you can't get that, if you can't see that, then why are you watching these movies? Shit, man. Shit. And the thing is, I'm not talking to the people that don't know that. The people that do know that and refuse to see it and still talk shit about this movie, go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. That's how you know you're trying to hold people back from opening their minds a little bit more just to see something. Fuck you pricks. That's why I hate the critics. Why do you think I hate the critics? Critics are a fucking piece of shit. Alright? Reasons why I barely watch Nostalgia Critic anymore. He's a fucking piece of shit. Anyways, moving on. This this movie, man, you have the suspense is really good, to be quite honest with you. And these eventually they figure out how to get through the train, and they figure out that the zombies can't see through night. And the whole movie takes place during the day, by the way. So they really don't take advantage of nighttime. Maybe in the sequel they do, because when you watch the poster to the sequel, it looks like a sunset area. So obviously they're gonna use that element most likely. But this movie, man, this movie had everything. Had everything, everything, everything. There was even one point in the movie when he tries to call his mom, the main character, and she is basically dying. She's turning into a zombie and shit like that. You don't see her turning into a zombie. He's just on the phone trying to contact her and shit like that. And it's just still like that. I mean, it's just what is it? She is sick and everything like that. And he's telling her own son that, hey, maybe your daughter should see you, your wife and stuff like that. So they get through what they need to get through, basically. And then eventually when they meet up with the other people, you have all these other people saying that, oh, you know, they could be infected and shit like that, and everyone agrees for them to get the fuck out of there. Meanwhile, there's a few characters that died that we liked, you know, and there's a character that split up with her own sister, and her own sister, excuse me, got eaten by the zombies, and she's in shock, and she's sitting in the background like this, while 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 the other people are pushing the main characters into another cart of the train, and then they tie it up so they can't get out. Or I mean, they can't get in and stuff like that. But they're dumb. But they're stupid and fucking dumb because they have a door full of zombies that they're not fucking paying attention to. So guess what happens? The old lady that lost her sister, which kind of reminds me of Kimiko from the Godzilla movies. She reminds me so much of Kimiko. It could be her. I could be wrong, but she reminds me of Kimiko. Um, I could be wrong. Maybe it's not the actress, but when I first saw her, I'm like, Kimiko? Is that you? Nah, is he? Is she? No, no, no. I don't know. Maybe. Again, I could be wrong. But she gets up. She talks shit about her sister, saying that, oh, you want to save everybody and stuff like that. You fucking stupid prick and stuff like that. You know how those moments in movies or in anime that there's someone that cares about you very very much, but that person's gone, and then they look at it like they like touch the screen a bit, and they'll touch the screen, or basically it's that type of scene where she sees her sister in front of a screen and she's like touching it and shit like that. Like it's that type of moment. And me and my friend are like, she's gonna open the door, is she? And she opens it. She opens that zombie door. All the zombies come in, and everyone gets fucking slaughtered. I'm like, good, fuck all of you motherfuckers. You all get slaughtered at that moment. You think the zombies are the fucking villain here? Nah, they're the good guys in this movie. Oh man. Oh shit. And then the people that you thought, the two villains that you thought was gonna die, they're not dead. They hid while everyone else got slaughtered and eaten by the zombies. And you're like, motherfucker, you know? And then once you think the character's about to go, once you think that once you think that these characters are gonna make it, shit just happens again. The trains get fucked up like crazy. I'm not gonna spoil it a lot, but the trains get fucked up, and the conductor that was riding the train gets off the train to move to another train that can work, and he's letting the people on board know, hey, I'm about to go to another train, and if you're not there right away, I'm going to leave, you know, basically. So he gets another train, basically, and he moves off, and the characters need to go over there to get it. Stuff happens with the characters along the way. I'm not going to spoil what happens to them. There's another character that does die, basically, because there's another character that you think is going to survive because apparently the writers just want to protect this guy, you know, but eventually he gets killed off. So I'm not going to spoil what kind of character that is, but that happens with that. So you have the main character, a pregnant woman, and his daughter. And the pregnant woman was with um that dude that I mentioned earlier that was in the Eternal movie. So he made sure that his wife was safe and everything like that. And he could have made it out too, but the other people on board didn't open the fucking goddamn door in the train. So there was that. But once everyone got out of the train, they all trying to go to that train that's moving and stuff like that. And all the zombies are trying to go after this train. And one of the main villains tries to go to that train too. He makes it, but not while the conductor gets eaten, because the conductor wants to fucking help him. Ugh! Ugh! Just when the characters become stupid, my god, do they become stupid? Just for the sake of the fucking goddamn story. Ugh, it frustrates me. Um, and then, and then the main villain stays on the train. You have the group of characters go to the train and stuff like that, and then they meet the main villain. That's basically like the final boss. Reminded me of a fucking video game where he's like a zombie and stuff like that because he got bitten. Oh my god, there's like a final boss area. You're on a train and stuff like that. This could be a video game right here. Holy shit. Reminds me of Evil Dead a bit. Um, and then all of a sudden, he's fighting with the guy that turned into a zombie, which is the main villain. He turns into a zombie and they're fighting him off and stuff like that. The little girl is screaming her fucking ass off, you know. And I'm over here like, damn, she wants to win an Emmy. And this came out in 2016. And I heard that the little girl now is doing more. And she's doing a show that's on Netflix right now. So she's already grown. And she's been doing, ever since this movie, she's been doing better fucking things. Holy fucking shit, man. I've seen her biography after this movie. And I'm like, holy shit, just go with the punches here, woman. Seriously, this young lady is just going with the punches with this shit. She's like, hey, yeah, I was the highlight of this movie, and yeah, my career skyrocket after this, and it did. It fucking did. Bravo. This little girl did fucking amazing, really amazing, and she's not even done. Just when you think that, oh man, she's going for an Oscar, no, she keeps going. Oh man, for real. We will get to a little bit again, like I said, we are going to talk about a little bit of spoilers a bit. So if you haven't watched the ending and stuff like that, or haven't watched this movie, leave now, leave stage right. So or forever hold your peace. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The dad gets bitten in the arm, but trying to protect his little girl. The little girl screams and saying, "Daddy, no," because you had a moment between both of them of like, "Hey, can you protect me, Dad? Can you watch over me? Can you always be with me?" And he's like, "Yes." And then you get later on a scene too when he tries to contact his wife, and this is guy that's been on the phone with them trying to help him and stuff like that. And he couldn't help his wife. He couldn't help the people that was. I mean, he couldn't help his wife because apparently all the military soldiers just shot the fucking people because they couldn't um risk the fact that all of them could have been infected. So basically, she's dead. We don't see her. We know her name, Kim, but that's it. And it's funny too. It's funny too. And then there's an actress that reminds me of Kimiko from Godzilla. Oh, that's funny. Um, so she's gone. Um, the daughter doesn't know. I think the dad tries to tell her, but even the actually no, more of the grandmother, but he doesn't tell her. That was in the earlier in the movie. But here, he died. I mean, he gets bitten by a zombie, and they go in front of the train because the guy the main villain that eventually did turn to a zombie got kicked off. He died. He since the train was moving, he got pushed off and died and stuff like that. Then the main hero takes the pregnant woman and his little girl, go to the front of the train and teaches the pregnant woman how to gear the train and stuff like that. And then he's talking to his little girl that he has to leave, and she's like, no, 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 like, oh, it's just a gun-wrenching moment and stuff like that. And he's crying like crazy. He has to let her go and stuff like that. She's screaming like crazy. I'm telling you, this girl was trying to go for an Emmy, a Grammy, and she got it. She deserved it. you know. And then the dad is like standing behind the train, all crying and moping, and then he's turned into a zombie. But then he's remembering when his daughter was born. He's laughing a bit, kind of crying a bit. And once he finally turns into a full-fledged zombie, he put like almost close to there. He pushes himself out of the train so he can fall, basically. And she's just crying her ass off. The little girl. So then we get to the ending. You think it would just cut to black after they go to after they cut um to black a little bit, but no, there's like they go at the end of the train tracks, and it's because it's guarded, mainly because the military guarded because they were fighting zombies and stuff like that. So they get out of the train and they go straight to the tunnel, and I'm over here like, fuck, why should you even go straight to the tunnel? But they did mention that zombies can't really see through the tunnel, but they can hear noises. So there is that. So they're walking in, about to go to the tunnel. The woman is about to give birth, and I'm over here like, great. I was expecting this movie to have a fucking fucked up ending. Maybe the little girl will survive, but the woman that's pregnant, she's going to give birth. Zombies come, and then she's going to get eaten, and so will her baby. That didn't happen. That's what I thought was going to happen because I've seen it before in zombie movies, but that did not happen. uh, So they're in a tunnel, and then these soldiers see them coming. One of them is like, "Oh, there are people coming through the tunnel," and they're like, "Hey, do they have any bite marks?" They don't know. Another guy says, "Hey, there's people coming in the tunnel," so I let them in. And then all of a sudden, they get a home call on the radio saying, "Shoot them, just kill them." So they're about to shoot them. They're about to shoot the woman in the head until the little girl starts singing, and it is just emotional, heartbreaking, and you want to fucking cry like a little fucking bitch because of that. That is like the best scene in the whole fucking goddamn movie, hands down. There's a reason why I had to talk about this movie, man, because this movie is fucking good, right? I think without the zombie element and stuff like that, you still have a good fucking goddamn movie on your hands here, in my opinion. All right, the zombie stuff just amplified it a little bit more. Hey, this could have been a Godzilla movie, to be quite honest with you, and it worked really well, you know. So, um, she sings and everything like that, and then the military people will be like, "We got survivors" and stuff like that, and then they help them and stuff like that, and that's the end of the movie. This movie, man, 9 out of 10. This movie, no, I'm sorry, no, a 10 out of 10. This movie is a 10 out of 10 movie. Watch this movie. Train to what is it? Busan. Saying, I hope I'm saying that right. I'm gonna want to butcher my words here, but watch this movie. Watch this movie. I'm just looking at the title so I won't fuck up here. But watch this movie, man. This movie is well deserved a watch. And the little girl is great. And she did piss me off in the beginning with her with talking a little bit with her dad and stuff like that. I'm over here like, little girl, I will pick you up like a suitcase and we're going that way. We're not going with those people are at. you know? Uh and then she's like, that's why mom left you. It's like, what? Get over here. Oh yeah, shut up. Oh man, parenting moments basically. But other than that, No other complaints. I'm not. Just there are a few moments that characters do something stupid that you get frustrated with towards the end. But other than that, it's fine. I think this movie deserves a 10 out of 10 rating. You should watch this movie if you get the chance. Please watch this movie, guys. Watch this movie. It's a good zombie movie. It is. Um, and you know how I always say that modern horror is not doing it for me? My God, this came out in 2016. What happened? This is from the 2010s. When 2010s horror movies are better than 2020 horror movies. Like, what the fuck? Seriously, man. Seriously, that's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. That's just me. Uh, well, you could say Halloween 2018 wasn't that good either. So I guess in around the 2010s we still didn't get that much good horror. But still, overall this movie is a gem. This movie's good. You should watch it. Um, and that's really it. That is really it. Gets you through the emotions and all that stuff at the end and stuff like that. Really heartbreaking. Really tearing tears the heartstrings and everything like that towards the end. And there's a sequel to this movie. So whenever I get the chance to see the sequel, I'll probably talk about it. So I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you guys think about this movie. Seriously, if you watch it, do you like it? Do you hate it? Tell me what you tell me what you liked about it, and tell me what you disliked about it. Uh, and that's it. That's really I can really think of. So I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully you guys, if you guys do see this movie, I hope you guys do enjoy it. So I'll see you guys and be safe.